It's 3 p.m. and time for the Daily Community Briefing. Team coverage of the latest local news important to you. Now let's head to the Wallingford Broadcasting Studios for the Daily Community Briefing.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Daily Community Briefing on WBON. I am Gwendolyn Morton. Your Daily Community Briefing is brought to you by Bishop's Small Engine Repair, Affordable Heating and Air, Mountain Adventures, Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond, Davis and Powell Funeral Home in Berea, and Always Growing Children's Resale Store in Berea. With our first story of the day, the Richmond Police Department is asking for assistance in identifying a female subject they believe may be in danger. Police say the woman seen in these photos, released to their social media pages, entered the North Keeneland Drive Waffle House location and was trying to flee from a male subject that was pursuing her. According to authorities, the woman had visible injuries and upon leaving, fled from the vehicle, which can be seen if you're watching along with WBON TV. Responding officers were unable to locate the female or the vehicle. Richmond Police Department investigators are asking for the public's help to identify this female or the vehicle. Anyone who may have information about either subject can report to the police by phone at 859-624-4776 or email at detective@richmond.ky.us. Governor Andy Beshear has submitted a request to President Biden asking for a major disaster declaration be issued for the severe winter storm system that impacted Kentucky February 8th through February 19th, 2021. Governor Beshear issued a state of emergency order on February the 11th. 59 counties and 38 cities likewise issued local states of emergency orders. The impacts this February ice and rain events were significant, Governor Beshear said. We are thankful for the many state and local agencies and organizations who rose to the occasion to help out their neighbors. Unfortunately, the damage of a great number of the counties endured require additional response from the federal government before they can begin the recovery they desperately need. The system produced heavy rain, hail, sleet, freezing rain, ice, and bitter Arctic air, which caused impassable roadways, massive power outages, water system failures, landslides, mudslides, and a disruption of critical government services. The ice storm produced from the weather system left 154,500 Kentucky homes without power at the height of the event. There were 4 confirmed casualties attributed to the event. The Kentucky National Guard was activated with 90 personnel assisting with the clearing of roadways, evacuating at-risk citizens, and conducting wellness checks. The governor's request seeks public assistance for the counties of Bath, Boyle, Breathitt, Clark, Estill, Garrett, Lee, Lincoln, Madison, Mercer, Owsley, Rockcastle, Wolfe, among others. Damage assessed by state, local, and federal representatives are projected to exceed $30 million. A request for additional counties may follow as damage assessments are ongoing. The Federal Emergency Management Agent Public Assistance Program provides funding to eligible applicants for allowable costs associated with debris removal, emergency protective action, and restoration of impacted infrastructure. The recent ice storm damage to the state's electrical infrastructure was significant and in some regions reminiscent of the debilitating events of 2009, said Mike Dossett, director of the Kentucky Division of Emergency Management, KYEM. Our eastern counties were hit hardest, and in some cases, homeowners were without power for many days. With the governor's submission today, we are hopeful for federal assistance to repair and restore our infrastructure and damage to county utilities in furtherance of the protection and safety of our communities and citizens, Dossett added. The request for a FEMA presidential disaster declaration is a complex process which includes time to conduct damage assessments. Following severe weather events, both involve local, state, and federal officials, review of the damages, and estimated repair cost. Following the submission of the request for a federal declaration, the decision process typically takes 30 days before FEMA issues a finding. In the separate incidents of record flooding across the Commonwealth, assessment teams are presently reviewing individual assistance reports from homeowners who were displaced and suffered damages as a result of that flooding event. Next week, assessment teams will be working in 27 impact counties to gather public assistance reports for flooding damage to local infrastructure such as government government buildings, public utilities, roadways, and highways. Residents with questions or additional reports of flooding damage should contact their local county emergency management agency. For cleanup assistance, Kentuckians can contact the Kentucky Floods Cleanup Hotline, and that's 800-451-1954, now through March the 26th. From the Berea Police Department, officers are seeking help in identifying a suspect or suspects involved in this stolen vehicle, which can be seen if you're watching along. Investigators say the truck is a 2004 Ford F-550 stolen from the area of Paint Lick Road in Berea. The vehicle has Kentucky license plate number of ADX580. Authorities believe the truck was stolen between March 18th and 19th. If you have any information in reference to the vehicle, contact the Madison County Dispatch at 859-624-4776. Following a tip made to police, an arrest has been made in the destruction of a Powell County church. Powell County Sheriff Danny Rogers says 20-year-old Dakota Baker was arrested Friday and that 4 juveniles were also involved. Dakota Baker is charged with third-degree burglary, first-degree criminal mischief, and unlawful transaction with a minor. The Kentucky Association of Counties is awarding 2 $4,000 presidential scholarships to selected graduating students from a Madison County high school. The scholarships will be awarded the selected students an annual stipend of $1,000 for up to 4 years. Madison County was selected because it was the home of the county of this year's KCO president and Madison County Judge Executive Reagan Taylor. Students can receive more information from their school guidance counselor or through email at susan.riddle@kaco.org. That's susan.riddell@kaco.org. KCO says the application deadline is April the 2nd, 2021. And with that, we are coming to the first break of the day. We'll be right back with more stories and, of course, those COVID numbers here on WBON.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvin. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with 2 Farms Meat to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvin, or like them on Facebook.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions. Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. 0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are gonna drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's gonna put the work in the first place?
Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is your outlet for bulk landscaping materials. They have served the community with their huge selection of decorative gravels and bulk mulch for over 16 years. Announcing new for 2021, Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is offering trees and shrubs. They serve landscapers, business owners, and homeowners alike. Add a landscape bed or spruce up your garden with plants and ground covers from Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply. Minutes from Richmond, just off exit 76 in Berea. 102 Spring Circle Drive, 986-2985. And welcome back to the Daily Community Briefing on WBON TV. The Daily Community Briefing is brought to you by Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Get your power equipment ready for spring at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Let Bishop service your mower, North Estill Avenue in Richmond. Affordable heating and air for all your heating and air needs. Call Brian with Affordable Heating and Air Conditioning at 859-779-0122. And Mountain Adventures. Get everything you need for your next family meal at Mountain Adventures. They've got all the fruits, vegetables, and locally produced meats located at 70 River Drive in Irvine. Thank you to those sponsors. Well, even though many health officials and government leaders say the end is in sight when it comes to the still present pandemic, public events are still having to make accommodations to ensure the safety of event participants. Mason Chambly of the Richmond Parks and Rec say that this year's Easter extravaganza event will take place, but as with many events held over the past year, the springtime tradition will look a little different than it usually does. With more on the story, here is WBON TV's Channel 9, Gage Hill.
Spring is officially here, and Easter is just around the corner. Easter egg hunts are a long-standing tradition for many, including Richmond Parks and Rec. In previous years, the city office has held their Easter extravaganza event, which sees children and parents gather together at a local park in a festival-like atmosphere. However, Mason Chambly tells us that the event has been restructured because of the ongoing pandemic.
We are still dealing with some of the effects of COVID. We need to be safe and cautious for that. Because of that, we're altering how we normally present Easter extravaganza. Normally, it's kind of like a fair or this kind of festival out at Lake Reba where we have all these things come together, vendors, etc. And it's a real big party. But because of COVID and wanting to be safe, we're changing it just a little bit. We're making it more of a scavenger hunt event across the city. We're going to have it located in various parks throughout Richmond. This will all be taking place on Saturday, April 3rd, so the day before Easter. And at the scavenger hunts, you'll receive small prizes, and it'll end with a goodie bag.
Chambly says that in order to participate, you must first register for the event.
To participate, you do need to be pre-registered, and all of the pre-registration information can be found either on our social media pages or on our websites. When you go through to sign up, you'll complete the information about you, your family, your kids, and then it will let you know more information about where the actual scavenger hunts will be located on the day of and which ones to go to.
To be able to accurately forecast how many people will be attending at each location and how many supplies will be needed, the Parks and Recreation Department will not be releasing the locations they plan to host each event at.
At this time, we are not announcing them, just to make sure that people do pre-register, and that helps us to keep an accurate count of how many people to expect. And how to accurately prepare for the right number of people in terms of making sure enough prizes and candy and staff are located at each event, and that we also have enough COVID-19 precautions in place to handle those number.
Chambly says that the scavenger hunts are free, but other events to appeal to older demographics will be offered at a small cost.
We do have another program that we are running also leading up to the Easter extravaganza as a new way to get people involved and maybe something for the older crowd. We are doing an Egg My House option where you can register via our website to either have a dozen candy-filled eggs delivered to your house, or you can have them dropped off at like a friend or family members, someone that you really want to have some Easter spirit. You can schedule those to be dropped off at their house. And so we're opening this program to everyone that lives within the Richmond city limits. We do have a limited number of spaces available just because, we are making those deliveries ourselves. But you go online and you register for it and just sign up. There is a cost associated with that for the dozen eggs, but it is very minimal. And then if you want an extra dozen eggs or an extra 2 dozen eggs, you can add on and pay for more.
For WBON TV Channel 9, I'm Gage Hill.
Thanks, Gage, for that report. I know a lot of the kids out there looking forward to that Easter extravaganza. Well, a 3-car crash claimed the life of a 22-year-old woman in Laurel County this past Friday. According to investigators, 22-year-old Emily Evans struck the rear end of a pickup truck that had slowed down due to ongoing construction. A U-Haul then crashed into Evans. Evans was taken to the hospital, where officials say she died shortly afterwards. The other 2 drivers were reportedly uninjured. Well, are you looking for a new job this summer? Want to get outside? You want to spend some time outside this spring and summer and a new job? The city of Berea is accepting applications for the position of seasonal park maintenance. Applicants must be 18 years of age or older, hold a valid Kentucky driver's license, have a high school diploma or equivalent, and be able to lift 50 pounds. Be able to work evenings, weekends, and holidays from March through October. Applications are available at the city's website and may be emailed to hr@bereaky.gov or mailed to City of Berea, attention HR, 212 Chestnut Street, Berea, Kentucky 40403. Resumes will not be accepted unless accompanied by an application. For questions, please call the Parks and Recs Department at 859-986-9402. That's a lot of numbers. We'll go over that one more time. That is hr.berea.ky.gov for email, and 212 Chestnut Street, Berea, Kentucky 40403. And for questions, 859-986-9402. Good summer job. Well, White House clinics will offer Moderna vaccine to patients or community members in the 1A, 1B, or 1C categories. Vaccine clinics will be held in Berea on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week. Those interested in receiving the vaccine should visit www.whitehouseclinics.com to add their name to the waiting list, or you can call 855-WHAPPTS. That's 855-942-7787. Well, after being canceled last year due to the pandemic, the Great American Brass Band Festival will take place Friday and Saturday, June 11th and 12th. This year in Danville, Missy Angelia, executive director of the festival, announced a scale-backed version of the annual event that will make it more of a local festival with fewer people coming to town. The annual Run for the Brass 5K will start at 8 a.m. and at 11, the traditional parade is set to march down Main Street. Concerts will begin at noon on the concert stage at the park and will last until 10 p.m. A lot of fun there this summer in Danville. With that, we've got the second break of the day. We'll be right back. We're going to go over all those COVID numbers and COVID testing sites as well as vaccine plans around our area. We'll be right back on WBON TV.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvin. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with Two Farms Meat to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvin, or like them on Facebook.
granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions. Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are gonna drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's gonna put the work in the first place?
Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is your outlet for bulk landscaping materials. They have served the community with their huge selection of decorative gravels and bulk mulch for over 16 years. Announcing new for 2021, Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is offering trees and shrubs. They serve landscapers, business owners, and homeowners alike. Add a landscape bed or spruce up your garden with plants and ground covers from Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply. Minutes from Richmond, just off exit 76 in Berea. 102 Spring Circle Drive, 986-2985. Welcome back to the Daily Community Briefing on WBON. The Daily Community Briefing is brought to you by Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond at 635 and a half Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Bluegrass Marble and Granite can take care of all your remodels or fabrication needs. Davis and Powell Funeral Home in Berea has the best aftercare in the business. When every detail counts, remember Davis and Powell Funeral Home. And Always Growing Children's Resale Store in Berea, just down from Berea Ace Hardware in the Strip Mall. Every Tuesday and Thursday, they buy your children's gently worn clothing. And with that, we are going to go straight on into the Daily Governor's Report with Ron Likens.
In a rare Sunday COVID-19 update, Governor Andy Beshear announced some good news pertaining to the coronavirus.
Hey everybody, it's Andy, and on this beautiful Sunday, we have some good news. Given today's number of cases, 316, we have our 10th straight week of declining cases. Our positivity rate at 2.97% is the lowest since July the 3rd. All of that good news. This is also already our second best week for vaccinating Kentuckians, and we still have several days to go. This week we've vaccinated 139,530 Kentuckians with their first shot of hope, and we now have 1,175,442 Kentuckians that have gotten at least one dose of their vaccine. That means 34% of Kentuckians 18 and up have now been at least partially vaccinated. This is all good news. But let's remember, COVID continues to be deadly. We have 16 new deaths to report today, although they occurred over the last several months, and 2 additional deaths from our audit. So let's not quit in the fourth quarter. Let's continue to mask up. If you've been vaccinated, remember, you got to protect everybody else until they can get vaccinated. The light at the end of this tunnel is getting closer and closer. Let's make sure we finish strong. Thank you, Team Kentucky.
From the Channel 9 Newsroom, I'm Ron Likens.
Thanks, Ron, for that report, for keeping us up to date with that governor's report every day here on the Daily Community Briefing. I'm going to go right on into the incidence rate here in Kentucky. A little bit of changes since we were here last on Friday. Friday, we had 8 red counties, and we do have 8 red counties again. Unfortunately, those have switched around just a little bit. We had 4 green on Friday, and we are down to only 2 green today. Madison County hangs in there, still in the orange. We dropped down into the yellow just for one day last week, but we are so close to that threshold right now. Anytime now, I think we should drop back down into that yellow zone. Jackson, Clay, and Knox County still remaining in the red, as well as Powell County. All 4 of those counties pretty close to the threshold. Powell just 0.4 of a point over between orange and red. Jackson 0.7. Clay pretty close at 27.3. Knox a little bit higher at 39. Simpson County remains very high. As a matter of fact, they've gone up considerably over the weekend. They went from 63 on Friday. They're up to 74. That's well into the red. Hopkins County, right there on the verge, 27 and 28 for today and for last week. Lyon, oh gosh, 147, but it looks like that's down about 100 from last week. They were at 276 last week, so they are well above that threshold. Trimble County moves into the red today at 33.7. When we last left on Friday, that was 21%. Carroll County goes from red to orange. Good progress there. They've gone from 26 to 21 over the weekend. Those green counties today are Elliott, which was green on Friday, and also Fulton County, which was green on Friday as well. So the counties that we lost over the weekend, Menifee was green when we left on Friday, and so was Lee. Menifee is at 2.2 right now, Lee at 9.6. So still pretty low numbers over there. As we were coming onto the broadcast today, we got some unfortunate news. Madison County had 4 new deaths over the weekend, and unfortunately that put us above the 100 total death marks since the pandemic began. That's the 10th highest in the state of Kentucky. Well, like I mentioned before, just barely hanging on to the orange here in Madison County. 10.3, just 0.3 above where we need to be to drop back down into the yellow like we did on Thursday of last week. 12 new cases reported with 109 active cases here in Madison County. EKU numbers for today, 233 cases. That is since January the 1st. 67 residential students with 112 non-residential students, 52 employees, 2 other, 6 active, and 226 recovered. COVID-19 vaccine availability. This is a new graph that we're going to show you today. This can show you where you can get vaccinated. Today, you can go to Mount Vernon in Berea. Tomorrow, it looks like they will be vaccinating in Berea, in Irvin. And Wednesday, just to Berea. Friday, there are no appointments available. And it looks like Friday, you can go to Richmond. And of course, you do need an appointment for that. The contact information for that is 1-855-WHAPPTS, or you can go to their website at www.whitehouseclinics.com. So like I said, that's a new graphic that we're showing you today, where we do usually show you where you can get tested. Now we're going to show you where you can get vaccinated as well. And with that, we'll go on over to where the test sites are this week. Today, Monday, you can get tested Berea Municipal Garage, and that will be until 5:30 this afternoon. You can also go to Irvin today at the White House Clinics there until 5 p.m. Tuesday, tomorrow, Berea at the Berea Municipal Garage, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Richmond, Big Hill Christian Church, 9 to 5:30. Wednesday, Berea Municipal Garage, 9 to 5:30, as well as Richmond, Big Hill Christian Church, and again, 9 to 5:30. Thursday, we add McKee at the White House Clinics from 9 to 5:30, Richmond, Big Hill Christian Church until 5:30, starting at 9, and Mount Vernon, White House Clinics, 9 to 5. And Friday, we add Lancaster, Garrett County Health Department, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. for those test times in Lancaster, as well as Richmond Big Hill Christian Church. And as always, Richmond does have that weekend testing facility. That is at White House Clinics, and that runs from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And that brings us to the end of our daily community briefing. We'll be back tomorrow with more news from around the Bluegrass, as well as the updated COVID numbers and vaccine sites. We'll be back tomorrow here on WBON TV. I'm Gwendolyn Morton.